Hey y'all, how are you doing? I'm great. Thank you so much for asking. It's me, Kim, and I'm back for a very special edition of Breakfast with Kimberly. Usually these are behind the paywall, but today's topics are so good and messy that I decided that I would make this one public. Y'all can get a sneak peek. I don't know how long it's going to be available publicly. I might keep it public for a couple of days and then put it behind the paywall because I don't know. It just doesn't go with like the flow of like what we're doing on this channel. But I thought, oh, it would be a lot of fun to like bring a lot of people in because I know that y'all are going to have a lot to say. Hi, happy Tuesday. I really was supposed to do this yesterday, but I had a whole Adderall thing, okay? Like a whole thing. My whole day got messed up yesterday because of pharmaceuticals. But I'm here. You guys, I honestly am having so much fun on this channel. Shout out to y'all for being here and like supporting me as I venture out and branch out and try new things. For Harriet is not dead for people who are asking. In fact, there is a video that just went up a few days ago. I just wanted to make sure that I explore all of my interests, and all of my passions. And the reception to this has been just incredible. Hi. Renamed to Breakfast at Kimberly's. Maybe. That's a good thought, but I don't know. Maybe breakfast at Kimberly's. Yeah. Okay. Let's get into it. For Harriet just reached 200,000 subscribers. Congrats. Honestly, I didn't even it doesn't even register to me. I am so detached from that race. But yes, thank you guys so much. I appreciate you. I am trying to find joy in the process and not joy in the outcome. Okay. Shout out to Atomic Habits. Breakfast at Kimberly's. That might be it. Okay. All right. Let's get into the mess. We are going to start off. Okay. Before we get into this, you guys, I want to say we are, when we talk about this subject, not going to dance on anybody's grave. We're not going to make fun of anybody for their cause of death. And we're not going to do that because there are many people who also have this cause of death who were not shitty, you know? Okay. So we're not going to say that so and so died from this because they were a shitty person. Okay. All right. Let's get into the first story. Where is it? Oh, there it goes. Whew. All right. So news has come out that Kevin Samuels died from hypertension. Kevin Samuels died as a result of hypertension, eliminating any possible suspicious circumstances surrounding the 57-year-old's death. The Fulton County Medical Examiner's Office just released findings into Samuel's death, telling us he died due to hypertension, aka high blood pressure. The ME says evidence of hypertension includes a heart whose chambers are thicker than normal. It appears Samuels was also taking a medication called atenolol because the ME notes in their findings that the medication is used to treat hypertension. Samuels' death is classified as natural causes. TMZ broke the story. Samuels, who is known for his controversial and sometimes not so appropriate dating advice, died back in May. At the time of his death, Samuels was with a mystery woman and collapsed in his home. We obtained the 911 call. Okay, Kevin Samuels, 57 years old, died of high blood pressure, aka the silent killer. Wow. Okay, we're not gonna be tacky about this, you guys, okay? Okay, we're not gonna be tacky about it. It is ironic that somebody who on their platform talked all the time about how the big Shirleys of the world, right? The fat, undesirable, unhealthy Black women were going to die alone and miserable. And this man, 57, just started getting popping, just started making millions, dies of high blood pressure with a woman who was honestly almost shamed to be found with him. Interesting. Interesting. I wanted to, because we're not gonna dance. We're not gonna dance like David danced on Kevin Samuel's grave. That's not what we're gonna do. I wanted to note, right, that about 6 months ago, when I did my yearly checkup, the doctor, who was an amazing Black woman, shout out to Dr. Sutherland, was like, "Oh, your blood pressure's a little elevated. We need to make some lifestyle changes." And so I thought, you know what? How we could make this a teaching moment. I actually have in my home a blood pressure cuff that I used regularly to check my blood pressure at the beginning of the day and at the end of the day when I was worried. I'm out of the danger zone now for a couple of reasons. I'll make another video about that. But if you are concerned, this was, I don't know, maybe $30. Okay. And having high blood pressure over a sustained period is very, very dangerous, can lead to kidney failure, heart problems, all kinds of things. I mean, really, it is an epidemic among Black people. I think, particularly among Black men. I have an uncle who has had some really serious issues because of high blood pressure. I do hope that news of this, not me putting away my visual aids, girl. Ooh, I'm such a ham. Oh, we're not laughing. We're not laughing. I go to the doctor, get checked up. They have all of those free like blood pressure screening things. Again, that blood pressure cuff was like maybe $40, maybe like 35. Anyways. Whew. All right. The jokes write themselves, but you don't want us to say the joke out loud? No. No. People were also accusing the woman of unaliving him, so I'm sure she's relieved. Oh, I'm sure. Cause oh my God, the ashy men were so quick to be like, this sounds fishy. This is a COINTELPRO. And I'm like, girl, now y'all really think, y'all are really telling me you think the FBI is using their resources to plant a thick Latina in Kevin Samuel's apartment so she could kill him? Oh, no. Oh, the children got left behind. Shout out to George W. Bush. Wow, you guys. Oh, my God. Did they think he was Fred Hampton? Right. Right. So that, that's our first. That's our first of the day. Next, we're gonna move on to a story that I saw coming a mile away, but I'm not sure if he saw it coming. So Insecure's Jay Ellis recently got married. Let's pull it up. Where is the... Oh, there it goes. All right. So this is Top Gun Mavericks. Jay Ellis marries Nina Senicar at a garden wedding in Tuscany. Now, let me just tell y'all how fucking shady the blogs are. They're so fucking shady, it's diabolical. They knew exactly the kind of engagement that they were going to get when they posted images of Jay Ellis and his now wife. They also have a daughter together. And this is what I say when I talk about like the plausible deniability that these shady ass blogs, the Instagram blogs use to crank up their engagement. This is it. Okay. So Jay Ellis, this is let's go over here. That the color of this suit is not, I don't like it at all. I do like her dress. I think this is cute. I hate and the velvet shoes. Ew. Actor Jay Ellis, who plays Payback in this summer's blockbuster hit Top Gun Maverick, met actor and model Nina Senicar in 2015 at a bar in Los Angeles. Their mutual friend, creative director Tony Mancia, who ended up getting ordained so he could officiate the couple's wedding, introduced them. After 5 years of dating, Jay proposed in Bali in January 2019. They began planning their wedding. Okay, they picked the wedding location, but then, of course, COVID happens, July 2020, 2021. They sent out invites. Okay, COVID protocols were carefully followed. Okay, her grandmother's ring was something old. Okay. Jay made his entrance, followed by the best men, the couple's closest family members, and finally the couple's daughter, who stole the show as a flower girl. There was a moment when I was standing there in front of everyone, waiting for the giant wrought iron gates to open and to see Nina, but the moment kept going and going, Jay remembers. So I yelled out, "Baby, you coming?" There was another beat or two after where Nina didn't answer. So I turned to the crowd and said, "I guess that's a no. There's a space up here if anybody wants to get married today." And in perfect timing, as everyone laughed, Nina yelled out, "I'm coming, baby." Everyone laughed at us, and then the gate opened, and I was in awe when I saw Nina in her dress for the first time. Okay. Well, isn't that sweet? Okay, here they are. Cute couple, attractive. What's not to love? Adorable. We love love. Also, I do like these shoes. Okay, this is pictures from the wedding. Beautiful Tuscany. I want to go to Tuscany. Love this. Adore it. Adoration. Beautiful. Honestly, gorgeous. Okay. There she is. There's the ring. Okay, bouquet. Sorry, we're going through I love that. I do like the dress a lot, you guys. Okay. Oh, I hate that. Oh, I hate everything about that. Everything about that, I literally hate. Okay. Ugh, I just hate it so much. I just do not like that color. Ugh. Okay, here's more. Oh, okay. So there's Prentice, who was the showrunner for Insecure. This is a beautiful wedding. Let's see if we see any other famous people in these pictures. Oh, that's their daughter, little cutie. Okay. Oh, there's the side. You see Issa. There's the side of Issa right there. Okay, we're keeping going. Oh, and of course, Yvonne. Keep going, keep going. All right. Honestly gorgeous. Truly stunning. Idyllic. We're going. We're going. Beautiful. Oh, there's DeRay. Okay, DeRay. And Ego, she was on Saturday Night Live. She might still be on Saturday Night Live. Truly beautiful. Oh, adorbs. Cute. Oh, wow. Okay, that's the bridal party. That's the bridal party. Okay. Okay, and here is the groom. Okay, and his side, looking more diverse. Okay, like a Benetton ad. Beautiful, truly gorgeous. Love it. Sorry, I'm just going through all of these. I'm interested. We're almost there. We're almost there. Okay, we're gonna stop there. Now that That was adorable, you guys. We love love. We love love. We celebrate love. Of course, there's been some commentary about it. So let's get to this. Oh, there it goes. Sorry, here we go. J Mary. So there's some, is interracial dating slash marriage a trigger for you? If so, why? Many had an issue with Jay's announcement. What's the bigger picture? Is there a Guinness World Record for the longest and hardest eye roll of all time? We rooted for you, Lawrence. His comments are off. He knew what he did. Protect Black women, but don't marry one. The babies might be melanated. Get out ain't taught you niggas nothing. Not gonna lie, I feel away. And it's okay to marry a different race. Relax. Okay, so why are people responding so viscerally? Why are people doing that? People are doing a lot, right? Like, I can even acknowledge that y'all are doing a lot. Why is that? It's because, first of all, Black people really do not know how to separate an actor from the characters they play, right? Like, that's a long-standing Negro joke, right? Like, especially with people like Bokeem Woodbine, all the little character actors or whatever. You're not you. You don't have your own life, outside of being your profession, right? You're exactly the person that you show up in on the TV show we love or the movie we love. And usually that works to the Black actor's benefit, actually. Because Black people, if we love you, right? We're gonna freak out every time we see you. We're gonna support you. We're gonna follow, right? Totally. In Jay's situation, the divergence between Lawrence and Jay does not it doesn't make people feel more affection, right? It actually creates resentment. And why is it creating all of that resentment? Let's actually have one more thing to show up here. We're gonna do this. Okay.
When I seen this, it made me mad that I even watched one episode of Insecure. How is there a show about Black love, Black growth, Black friendship, Black creativity, but most of the male casts are in long term relationships of some kind with non Black women? Mm. Mm-mm-mm. And just for clarity, because I know the race warriors are going to be here pretty soon, I don't care who they're with. They can lay with a kangaroo or a damn polar bear for all I give a shit. It is just hypocritical that these people are in a show, casted for a show, remaining in a show about Black love and Black unity and Black growth and all of that, but they laying with non-Black people. It just don't add up. But hey, have a good day.
Okay. I don't exactly agree, but I actually understand where that sentiment is coming from. I think this is a job, you guys. It's a profession. Also, there's still niggas in LA. You know what I'm saying? Niggas gon' nig, okay? But I think it's to be expected. And I don't even think that the people involved here can really be upset because so much of the momentum around Insecure was one about Black women feeling seen and thought of and cared for and celebrated in the portrayals of the characters, in their progressions over the 4 seasons, and even in the ending. I did not love the ending of Insecure because it felt too schmaltzy. It felt too much like fan service, right? Give the women what they want. Everything is picture perfect, wrapped neatly up, tied in a bow. I didn't, right? But if you do that, right? If you do that and say that you are serving your audience by doing everything neatly, picture perfect, fairy tale wrapped up perfectly, you are counting on that emotional investment, right? That emotional investment has propelled that show. And so then when you tell Black women everything's gonna work out for you, you're gonna get your happy, fairy tale ending. Black men love Black women. You just gotta wait, hold out, find it, right? You sold us the dream. You profited off the dream, right? You're getting social media engagement off the dream. And so yeah, it's probably gonna be disorienting to be like, oh, but he goes with who? And he's with who? Oh, right. And is that 100% reasonable and logical? No, not exactly. But you get what you get and you don't throw a fit. Is basically where we're at here. And so I think that, when Black women in particular are like responding, it is about like, but I want the fairy tale to be possible in real life. And obviously, do I have to say the overwhelming majority of Black men are married to Black women? I know y'all gonna throw that out there. I get it. We get it. We understand. We get it. But there is something, I get the resentment there. That's probably why he pivoted into his Top Gun era. If Insecure had an unhappy ending, people would have said that Issa doesn't believe Black women can achieve happiness. I mean, look, I am not saying that the writers and the showrunner of Insecure had an easy job at all. I'm not. I do think, though, that narratively, with regards to like storytelling, it was the least interesting choice, the safest and least interesting choice, for sure. Most Black men are not getting married, at least in North America. Can't put all of your eggs in one basket. Okay. Somebody said, I don't want that little girl to have, I do want that little girl to have some Black women in her life, though. Right. Now that the bridal party was something, right? Like the people that the bride invited versus the people that the groom invited. Fascinating. Fascinating. Interesting. Okay. So that is that. I, I will say that. I hate that he felt like he had to lock the comments under the pictures of what really should be, completely celebratory, pure joy and happiness. I really do hate that for him. But, the internet is undefeated. Okay. Let's move on. The next, a sad story, a sad tale. I have been Bodega Hive forever, but it looks like Bodega Hive is over. Let's go here. Desus and Mero split up, ending Showtime series after 4 seasons. I hate it. The brand is still strong, though. Okay. The late night show Desus and Mero is officially ending after 4 seasons at Showtime. Desus Nice and the Kid Mero will be pursuing separate creative endeavors moving forward. Showtime's late night talk show Desus and Mero will not be returning for a 5th season. A Showtime spokesperson said, Desus Nice and the Kid Mero have made a name for themselves in comedy and in the late night space as quick-witted cultural commentators, yada, 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 all of this. Rumors had begun to circulate online Monday that the popular duo, who have been working together on screen for nearly a decade, were splitting up. Nice posted a short statement on Twitter. Shouts to Showtime and shouts to the Hive. Die for the Hive. Thanks for being a part of the journey. Proud of the show. My staff made every episode. Big things soon come. All right. So this is the clean, nice version of the story, okay? Desus and Mero, Bronx born, came together as two just like great, ridiculously funny ass people and are like a real digital Horatio Alger story, right? Like, came from shitty regular jobs, had no fancy connections, and they came up like just being funny on the internet, like funny on Twitter, and then came together, create this podcast, hilarious on the podcast. I used to religiously listen to Bodega Boys, like so funny. And I still say, the problematic light is on. I still say God's working on all of us, right? Like just like so many just little isms that they just like have helped creep into the vernacular. And then they got that show on Vice. And then they decided, oh, Vice wasn't a big enough platform. Honestly, who is really even watching? Do y'all watch anything? Does Vice still exist? Is the question. And then they got to the big leagues, which is Showtime. So they had this much higher production, higher quality show. They're getting all of these famous people on the show. They have great writers, great showrunners. I suspect, though, that Showtime show really wasn't picking up the traction that they desired. Obviously, they still have so much reach. I just saw Desus has 1 million followers on Twitter, like a famous person. But I don't know. It seems like how many recently? Can you think of any clips that have gone viral from Desus and Mero? I really can't. So I'm sure that that's maybe a part of it, right? Like it's just not making the cultural impact that they might want. But now we have to get into the messy part of the program. So this is from The Verge, right? And so Desus and the kid Mero will be pursuing separate creative endeavors. Okay. But last week, Mero had apparently commented on a social post that it was over. Podcast done. Enjoy the back catalog, my pals. Okay. Showtime's confirmation came after days of speculation over their status. The TV series was only 15 episodes into its run before going dark. Previous seasons had more than 50 episodes, and the podcast had essentially been dropped. The last episode aired in November. Okay. So Desus was saying the podcast is coming back. The art, right? They call it the art. And then Mero all of a sudden comes back and says, it's over. And then Desus comes back and says, the Hive deserved better than this ending. So, what can we take from that? They're beefing, you guys. I hate that for them. I feel like love is dead. Love is not real. Friendship is not real. There's no way that if they were on good terms, that would have transpired like that. No. There's no happy-go-lucky joint statement where they're both congratulating each other. There's no champagne popping about what an incredible run they've had. This is beef. And I hate that for them. I love Bodega Boys. I really feel like Desus and Mero and Quinta Brunson, to me, are the epitome of digital success stories, internet success stories. It really sucks. Yeah. Friendship breakups are hard. Yeah. They're not on the same page. Yeah. Streets are blaming Dylan O'Brien. That's how I felt when Kevin Doughboy fell out. Nah, that's not how I felt when Kevin Doughboy fell out. I feel like we saw that coming. I feel like we kind of saw that coming, but we won't get too messy on the public live stream. Okay, next. All right. So you know who loves love more than anybody that you can ever imagine? Jennifer Lopez. Jennifer Lopez and Ben Affleck get married in Las Vegas. Sources at TMZ have confirmed the two stars' marriage, and Page Six has obtained a marriage license from Clark County, Nevada, filed Saturday, July 16th, indicating that Benjamin Geza Affleck and Jennifer Lynn Lopez are indeed married. Okay, Ooh, messy. It must be so hard being famous because people are really looking for this. Okay, shout out to them. Okay, the fact that 20 years after they first became Bennifer, they swung back around and got married is wild to me. This is her engagement ring. It is a green diamond, not to be confused with the much talked about pink diamond. This is them together, looking happy. And oh, look at that throwback. Wow, Ben Affleck kind of used to be cute, right? Kind of. Okay. Yeah, somebody said one thing J-Lo is going to do is get married. That's one thing she's going to do for sure. She going to fall in love and move real, real fast and get married. Okay, let's look at some other stuff from there. Oh, here's what she posted on her personal newsletter. We did it. Love is beautiful. Love is kind. And it turns out love is patient. 20 years patient. Exactly what we wanted. Last night we flew to Vegas, stood in line for a license with 4 other couples, all making the same journey to the wedding capital of the world. Behind us, 2 men held hands and held each other. In front of us, a young couple who made the 3-hour drive from Victorville on their daughter's 2nd birthday. All of us wanting the same thing, for the world to recognize us as partners and to declare our love to the world through the ancient and nearly universal symbol of marriage. Oh, honestly, this is a look. That's cute. That's legitimately adorable. Love this. How can you can't be mad at that. You literally can't. So cute. There she is with her little, my mouth is juicy, as Wendy Williams would say. There she is in bed. We love it. I'm not mad. You know what I did want to look at? Let's look at the dress though, because I found that to be interesting. Okay, here it is. This is the wedding dress that she wore. Oh, and she was like, "Oh, this is just an old dress from a movie."
How you feeling?
I feel
This is the.
amazing. I'm so excited.
You look gorgeous.
God bless you.
Woo! Somebody's getting married.
For so many years, and I was just saving it, and now I'm wearing it on my wedding day.
Princess.
Okay, we love. I love Jennifer's humble woman cosplay. I love it, right? She's like, oh, this is just like an old dress that I had. I wanted it to be low key. I just pulled this out. That dress cost $5,000, right? But let me just tell you, the freaking glam on that look, the hair, the makeup, gorgeous. The dress, whatever. You know, I guess after you've had like huge weddings, I guess you don't really need to do super big, but I'm sure that they'll do something else. Like, there's bound to be another big party, of course. Anyways, it's an Easter Sunday dress. It's modest. Jennifer in her modesty era. Okay. I just think, okay, shout out to them. She looked beautiful. As I've said all the time, I have a soft spot for Jennifer Lopez. I think that the 3rd or 4th time's the charm. How many times has she been married? I hope it works out for her. Hope she gets everything she wants out of this. Ben Affleck to me is not like the ideal, husband. He's had some issues, but love finds its way. Love will keep us together. Whatever. I also do think it's interesting, right, that they both have children. Children were not there. So that means that they have to be planning something else. Okay, but Media Kim did have some thoughts about the way that Jennifer did choose to release news of her wedding here. So basically what she did was she posted that picture of her in bed with the wedding band on, and then was like, for full details of my wedding, join my newsletter, which feels like a scam a little bit, right? It feels a little scammy, but I actually do think that this is indicative of like the kind of moves that a lot of more celebrities are making. Obviously, we are in the newsletter era. I've, pinned the Substack right at the top of this chat. But there is a continuation of celebrities, public profile people moving like influencers, basically, right? Like Jennifer Lopez is in her influencer era, where instead of relying on traditional press or mainstream press to break the story, right? Back in the day, you sell your the first rights to your wedding photos to people so that you don't get scooped or whatever. And now you don't have to do that anymore. You can have your own self-controlled, self-contained, Jennifer Lopez only media ecosystem and force everybody to come to you and also collect all that data. Because let's be real, right? You're collecting a whole bunch of email addresses, and now you can put it out exactly the way that you want, spin the narrative exactly the way that you want. Nobody else gets to editorialize. That's where we are. And who do we have to thank for that? The Kardashians. We do. Yep. We do. Right? Big, super A-list stars following the leads of people who started from the bottom and had to work their way up to A-list. That's where we are in the media ecosystem. Okay. Jennifer Garner deserved better. Man, sometimes I think about Jennifer Garner because she really has been through it with Ben Affleck. Sometimes I think about, how would you feel, right? You marry this man, you meet a man right after a crazy breakup, you fall in love, you marry him, you have children. He becomes an alcoholic because he's so miserable throughout your marriage. He tells the world, marriage is so hard, I'm miserable, I'm drinking. Y'all break up, and then like he gets himself back together and then goes back to the woman that he was with before you met. Like, that is some crazy fucking shit. Jennifer Garner, prayer circle for her. Okay, so dirty. All right, let's move on. Shout out to love and shout out to codependency, honestly, because that's what J-Lo is giving. That's what she's been giving, right? One relationship to the next. All right, girl. Hope this works out for you. Next, we are going to talk about the woman that has been setting the world on fire for the past couple weeks. Okay.
Try to do everything right just so a man can choose me.
This is clean.
Cut that shit out.
Oh, sorry.
I'm being real with you.
Whatever,
Men
like,
already know
whatever
what they
that
want in
is
a woman
to
and
you.
who they want.
Own
But if
what
you're
that is.
so
I can only say
nurturing
what it
and
is
you're
to
an
you.
asset
But
and it's
if you have
not
a
you,
long day
they'll
and you're
never
fighting
tell
the
you to
world, you
stop
will
doing
never
what you're
come back
doing
and
because
fight
it's
me.
beneficial.
You will
And
never
I
come
don't want to
back
hear none of that shit like,
and
oh, I'm just a nice
walk
person.
into a
I'm
space that
genuinely
is
like
not
that. Well, bitch, you gonna
welcoming you.
genuinely get played.
Cheating,
I know I'm an
relationships,
offensive people, but
and
trust me,
being
this is
submissive
coming out
is
of
like-
love. This
like
message
it-
is for all the
No, they
pick-me's.
can't.
Pick-me's
You
are
gotta
women
know
who try to
that
do
5,
everything
6,
right just so a
7,
man
8.
can choose me.
1, dishes clean.
Yeah,
2,
cut that shit
laundry.
out. Because I'm keeping
3,
real with you.
whatever.
Men
like,
already know
whatever
what they
that
want in
is
a
to
woman and
you.
who they want.
Own
But
what
if you're
that is.
so
I can only say what
nurturing
it
and
is
you're
to
an
you.
asset
But
and it's
if you have
not
a
you,
long day
they'll
and you're
never
fighting
tell
the
you to
world, you
stop
will
doing
never
what you're
come back.
doing.
Okay, y'all get the gist. So that was WatchJazzy, Jasmine Brown of If I Love You, My Love Can Heal You fame, of I Do Everything for My Man, I Scratch His Back Until He Goes to Sleep fame, of I'll Cry in the Shower. Okay, I'm not gonna burden you with if I love you, I'm not gonna burden you with my problems. I'm gonna go cry in the shower and keep it moving. That that fame. Previously, in her past life, telling us she hates pick-me's, Pick-me's are so stupid and gullible. You don't need to do all that. If a man wants you, he's gonna want you. You don't need to be bending over backwards and becoming a doormat for a man. Fascinating. Peculiar. I'm confused. What happened? Because that Jazzy, right? The anti-pick-me Jazzy in the I scratch my man's back until he falls asleep and I do anal even though I don't like it because it makes him feel powerful. Like, that's not that far apart. You know what I'm saying? Like 10 years ago, I felt differently about things than I do now, but that's not what we're seeing here. So the question is, what's going on? What's going on, Jazzy? What's happening? Okay, so I have some thoughts about this. Look, patriarchy is such a powerful force, and cis heteropatriarchy, the forces that guide us, push us toward being partnered, wanting to be picked, wanting to be desired, wanting to be validated through not just the male gaze, but also the outward expression of a man saying, I choose you, this is my one. That shit is so powerful. And when I talk about, agency and coercion coexisting, obviously, Jazzy, with all of her childhood trauma and all of that, she's choosing to do all of this stuff for Kim, right? But also, all of that other stuff, it's real hard to resist. It is the benefits of resting safely in the cis heteropatriarchal gaze. Oh, right? I feel like that's what she's tussling with. And she's not even tussling. Honestly, the rest of us are tussling because she's fine. She in the mansion, rubbing backs, rubbing feet. She's good. But I think about how do we go from Jazzy number 1 to Jazzy number 2? I think this is something that I've talked about extensively over at For Harriet. Go over to For Harriet, right? How is it that all of these people who are building platforms, either via their music or social media or whatever, who are espousing these very kind of proto-feminist ideas, feminist light ideas. Sorry. Get that bread, get that head, then leave, right? Or just hand me over the money, nigga. Like, you ain't getting shit from me. Right? The city girl shit, right? Like, that's the city girl stuff has become a shorthand for women who extract everything that they can out of a man and then give him nothing, okay? Because I'm too valuable, my pussy too good, right? You better be on your knees, nigga, right? Like the Kaya shit, the Trina shit. Obviously, it is a performance, but it's proto-feminist ideas that are completely detached from actual feminism, right? Like feminist learning, feminist community, right? Like feminist investments. And so it's real easy to be like, niggas ain't shit. Like, we're seeing this with the Carisha shit, right? When people are like, what? You a city girl. How you out here holding up the shit for the, because she's weak in the knees. Okay, right? She's weak in the knees. She needs to stand up, right? Like, but we all be weak in the knees, okay? When I like a man, I'll be weak in the knees. But the difference is, right, I have done enough, my investments in actual feminism, right? The actual deconstruction of patriarchal norms and ideals. I do get caught up, but I know enough to check myself and be like, oh, like, what is this? What's going on, Kim? This not right. What you're doing right now is not okay. Wait, we gotta reorient ourselves. We gotta go to the tarot reader. We gotta go to the therapist, right? Because something is not right here. We need to do some more reading. We need to talk to our friends because these feelings are not healthy or helpful. But when you don't have that, it's just it's just the easiest thing to revert back to, well, this man is here and he gives me nice feelings. And so I'm just going to go all in on these nice feelings. I am so hot and sweaty. 1 second, y'all. we gotta. I don't know why. Because I have this big windows. I have big ass windows in here. And so, we're natural lighting it up. So in front of the big ass windows, I have pants on. I'm sweating. Anyways, so I said all that to say, right? It's fun to say niggas ain't shit. It is. It's a good time. Okay. Men are trash. Niggas ain't shit. Fuck these niggas. But the real test of your ideals is when the opportunity to get picked meets your childhood trauma, when the opportunity to get picked meets your insecurities. And what we see with the WatchJazzy situation, if y'all watched the entire or listened to the entire interview that she did with Sham, she was really very carefully articulating some very deep wounds. These revelations of, I used to tell my mom, why are you letting people do this to you? Be stronger. And then I woke up one day and I was my mom. Whoa. The genuine surprise that she expressed when Shan said that she tells her partner when she needs more or when she's not being fulfilled. Wow. The revelation about the sexual activity that she doesn't enjoy but only partakes in because her partner enjoys it. Ew, wow. There's some stuff happening there. But generally, it's easier to, ignore that stuff and fall into the relationship dynamic that makes you most comfortable. It's easier to do that than address the stuff. Also, because, addressing the stuff might leave you lonely. I've already talked about this. We've talked about this so many other times. I'm just saying. Okay. Let me look at the comments, you guys. People like this have no actual ideologies. They sway from pole to pole based on what would immediately benefit themselves and them alone. Mm-hmm. We all need to read The Hypocrisy of Heterosexuality. Mm-hmm. Thank you for this talk about the deep wounds. I've started thinking about becoming a pick-me. Shit I've been doing clearly isn't working. I'm exhausted. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Anyways, she was always a pick-me. She just never took introspection of the consequences of patriarchy in relationships seriously. Yeah. Okay. So anyways, I think that a thing that I certainly have encountered as, a feminist who dates men, is men assuming you're only on this feminist shit until you get picked, right? Right? They're like, wait. Right. Let's be clear, right? They'll be like, okay, so level with me, Kim. You're only doing this until somebody claims, and it's like, no, this is really how I feel. This is really how I feel, and orient myself in the world. There is that expectation that once somebody likes me enough to, want to marry me or right, that I would abandon it. But, I was just in a very serious relationship where my ex wanted to get married. And I was like, I don't think so. No. And I was drawn to him because he said he didn't want to have children. And then all of a sudden, we're in love and he says, I want to have children now. What? I didn't want to have children before, but now that we're in love, I want to have children with you. What? No. Wait. That's not what we agreed on. So, anyways, the WatchJazzy, the way that has unfolded, the way that has transpired is just not, it's not surprising at all whatsoever. Okay. Now, oh, you guys, I have to make sure that the freaking air conditioning's on, you guys. I'll be right back because I'm hot. I'm hot, Jesus. Baby, why do I feel like they're rationing air conditioning? It could be. It's supposed to be like 108 degrees outside today. Cause it says 72, but it don't feel like 72 in here. What's going on? The rent is too high. Okay. You said 72. Okay. Let me get back in my professional mode. Okay. It is a mess here in Austin. 72 is hot. You need it at 69. Girl, we're supposed to be trying to be considerate of each other so that the power grid does not completely fail. And so 72 is my compromise. But if I say 72, it need to be on 72. All right, let's keep going. Let's keep going. Next. Let's talk about Angela Simmons. Okay, so I found this to be very fascinating. This is Angela Simmons praised for unedited bikini photos from Miami Swim Week 2022. Angela Simmons, you may know her from, actually, you probably don't know her from Run's House because that show is 20 years old. But I was first introduced to her via the hit MTV reality show Run's House. She and her sister, Diggy, Diggy, Fine Ass Diggy, and then Russie, and then the other one. What was the other one's name? I don't remember. But here she is. Fans are praising former reality star Angela Simmons for sharing multiple snaps in a green bikini while modeling for Matte Collection during Miami Swim Week. She captioned the steamy snaps, raw, no edit, real bodies matter, adding, thick thighs save lives. She paired the bikini with a matching button down, worn off the shoulders, layers of necklaces, and clear heels. Here she is, gorgeous. Man, that makeup is really hitting. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Okay. Let's watch the video. Okay. Obviously, she looks great. I think that this says the fact that a woman who looks like Angela Simmons and has a body like Angela Simmons feels the need to post pictures like that and say real bodies matter, I think says a lot about the ecosystem that we're in right now, right? It says a lot about the situation that we find ourselves in with regard to images and bodies and social media, because I'm not going to downplay it, right? I understand that all kinds of people on every side of the respectability, or no, on the desirability matrix, like, you can have insecurities and self-esteem issues wherever you fall within the desirability matrix. It's just that Angela Simmons is like at the top of the desirability matrix. And I'm sure that even though she is way, way at the top, of the desirability matrix, because we are internalizing all of these images of surgically altered bodies, of airbrush to perfection bodies everywhere, they are ubiquitous, that seeps into your brain. But also, Angela, right? Like, you gotta have a certain kind of body if you're modeling it at Miami Swim, right? But also, I get it, because we don't see dimples. I have all kinds of, I got natural big booty cellulite, natural thick thigh cellulite. We don't see that. Even not discoloration, right? Because it's not necessarily hyperpigmentation, but even in your natural body, my legs and butt and thighs are not all perfectly even toned everywhere. We're just not used to. And so while it's like, okay, girl, I actually understand, the political project that this is doing. And I think it is useful for more people, okay, of various bodies, particularly people who are extremely online and well followed, well known. I think it is useful for those people to continually say, this is my body. It is an imperfect body. I love my body. Look at my body. We're going to again get to why I love Lizzo and why I will never say anything bad about Lizzo, because I understand exactly what she's doing and the consequences of it. 100%. Okay. It's similar to the baby got back thing. He only wants a woman with the big butt if she also has a slim waist. Can't be fat with the big butt. Yeah. They were zooming in on a black girl's dark inner thighs like yesterday. Okay, yes. So this is the other thing, right? Like, because we are all only seeing, it's the gift and the curse of social media. We're seeing these the perfect images get the most reach, they're the most distributed, liked, or whatever. Super normal shit, like, my armpits, are darker, right? Or hyperpigmentation in your inner thighs because of all of the friction and the rubbing. I, have all kinds of, right? Like here, and I've actually even had somebody tell me, like, oh, it makes me feel so good that you don't hide your chest. Girl, it is what it is. Right? Like, this is my right. And yeah, like, I do go to the dermatologist and I get lasers and, all of that shit and the retinoids and the whatever. And, we're trying and, taking but it is what it is. It happens. And so I think that the more that we do to like normalize it, the more that we do to talk about it, the better that we'll all be. Okay. The filter in good old Photoshop got people unable to perceive unedited pictures. Mind you, we see people in real life and real bodies every day. Okay, that was that. We are going to end on Kim Burrell being extremely nasty and extremely rude. Let us watch it. Start from the beginning.
You got to choose up, find you some value. Sometimes before we get friends, we have to do an interview. How long have you been broke? How many times have you changed your name on your light bill? How many of your bills in your little cousin's name? Do you live in a trailer home or a house? You understand. And it's not about status or material things. It's just about choices. Life is different now. And, we are at church. Thank God we're here. Those of us who walk in by faith without a mask and no vaccine. And so we honor the Lord. God is good. I respect all of the men of God here and respect you. Can y'all clap so I don't feel strange right about now? Hopefully we'll get a chance to meet each other when y'all invite me to come to your church. I'm not as expensive as I seem. And so, I don't know, maybe you got a little left over from your PPP loan.
Oh my God.
Prayer, praise, and power. You understand? Amen. Isn't the Lord great? Amen. Amen. And so, you know, I like coming here because the ground is already tilled with great personality like Dr. Karn. Because one thing I love about him, he's deep in the word, but he knows how to have great humanity. And most don't understand his personality because he is truth personified. And he tells the type of truth that makes most uncomfortable. Because who likes to be told you're just ugly? No one likes to be told that. You know, especially when they have realized it. All right. Most don't get offended until they know the bad thing about themselves. And then somebody else recognizes and says, oh, I saw the ugly too. I just want to let you know. So anyway, y'all get that later. God is great. All of you are beautiful. I haven't chosen anyone to be ugly yet. God is good. God is great. You all look great. Most of you have on hats covering most of that anyway. Here's to you. I have a great personality.
What is going on? What is going on, you guys? I watched that for the first time with y'all. I wanted to be surprised. What is happening, you guys? What's going on? Oh, and that reminds me. Oh, I forgot to add in we're gonna add TD Jakes in after this. Oh, I forgot. Let me add it. Don't let me forget, y'all. Okay, but back to Kim Burrell. Why is Kim Burrell acting like she's on Showtime at the Apollo? Why is Kim acting like it's amateur night at the comedy club? Like what? You know what I'm saying? Like this is Suge Avery's, a shimmy shack. What's going on, Kim? This is a church service, Kim. No couth whatsoever. And that is it's so funny to me because church people be the main ones talking about we got to do things decent and in order. Okay. We got to act right for God. We got to and it's like, what? Ew, nasty. Ew. And the other thing is when that's the stuff that people go to when they go off script, that says a lot about who they are. It says a lot about what's in your heart when you decide to ad lib. That's the stuff that comes up. Talking about, oh, you don't want no broke friends. Calling people ugly. When, again, Kim Burrell is not herself at the top of the desirability hierarchy. She just got money. Nasty. Gross. Anyways, she has now issued an apology. So, let's look at this. As a kingdom citizen and a woman of integrity, I can acknowledge that some of my words, even if said in jest, can be offensive. My intention is never to hurt anyone, but to spread love, laughter, and more importantly, the gift which God has given me in song. If anyone was offended, I can sincerely say I apologize. With that being said, the irony in this is that those who are criticizing my statement are displaying the very thing they have accused me of. However, it's not been humorous or in jest. My image has been used in multiple places, and false statements and narratives have been created. The punitive damages for some are quite lofty. Please be mindful of what is both written and said via video about me, especially if it contains untruths. Slander and defamation are not taken lightly, especially if it affects my name, image, or brand. Okay, first of all, Kim is telling y'all she about to sue you. No, that's what she's saying. Kim is telling y'all, I made all this money in the name of Jesus, and I'm about to deploy these Holy Ghost lawyers if you are saying shit that is defamatory. That's what she's saying. Okay. Let's go here. Those pages wherein vile comments and false narratives have been created, have been noted, reported, and hopefully silenced. Again, I will apologize if anyone thought that my humor was malicious, but I will not, under any circumstances, tolerate harassment, slander, or for my character to be defamed. Okay. She said, I can talk shit, but I will sue you if you give the same energy. Okay. That is crazy. That was super, super wild. Okay, but you know what? There is another story that I forgot to add onto the docket. Here's some more church mess. Let me pull it up. Have y'all seen what is it? Oh, I have to find it. The TD Jakes thing. Oh, Kimberly. Okay, I have to find it. I'm sorry. Give me 1 second, y'all. Let's see. Let's see if it's in my history. Okay. Y'all just, talk amongst yourselves. Is this it? Oh, why can't I find it? Okay, wait. We're gonna find it. 1 second. I'll be back. Okay. Okay, this is me being, oh, there it is. Sorry. This is me being unprepared. We're back. Okay, I put in the wrong thing. Okay, here we go. We're gonna roast TD Jakes real fast. So, I live in Dallas, and the Potter's House is this enormous mega church here in DFW. TD Jakes is, of course, a world-renowned celebrity pastor. And he was saying this. Let's watch it. Oh, let's start from the beginning.
This breaks all sociological orders of the culture we're living in now. Because we are raising up women to be men. And you are not applauded for your femininity. You are applauded in the contemporary society by how tough, rough, nasty, mean, aggressive, hateful, possessive you are, and you are climbing the corporate ladder, but we are losing our families. I know you can buy your own car. I know you can buy your own house, but until you create a need that I can pour into, I have no place in your life. So stop coming home bragging to me about how much you don't need me and wonder why. This breaks all.
Okay, so when I first came across that clip, I legit was like, what year is this from, y'all? Oh, it's from 2022? And this economy? You cannot be serious. You cannot be serious. Now, this is the shit that really does piss me off, because we know that without Black women, okay, without the work of Black women, without the good jobs Black women got, without them good-ass degrees Black women got that allow them to get these good jobs, that allow them to come to this church and pay these tithes, there is no TD Jakes. Without all of these Black women, good, strong, independent, educated, INDE, right? If they all divest from the Potter's House, where the fuck is TD Jakes? If all these strong, independent Black women with their good ass jobs and benefits, with their 401ks and IRAs, who have decided that because they cannot depend on a man to financially support them, that they are going to create their own safety nets, that they are going to create their own lavish lifestyle where they can relax and then on the weekends still go to church and pray that God sends them a man. Does TD Jakes have a private jet? If they don't do that work, does TD Jakes have multiple homes? Okay, who is buying the tickets to the Potter's House conferences? Who's buying those tickets? So the idea that people like a TD Jakes feel so emboldened and empowered to use their platforms to get up in front of a congregation that is 75% Black women at least, and then berate them. You're too masculine. You're not doing enough to show me that I'm a man and I have a place in your life. Women are becoming, are you fucking kidding? Even if you really believe that shit, right? Because we know the Black Christian men be regressive. What about self-preservation, right? Why would you not say, hey, it's probably not in my best financial interest to be berating and degrading these women for trying to have something for themselves and for not completely relying on the validation of a man. That's the shit that pisses me off, right? It's Black women are so used to being abused and maligned and mistreated that we go to spaces like the Potter's House, or we go to, spaces like a Kevin Samuels Live, so that we can be abused and maligned and mistreated in our leisure time. Gaslighted, right? Do you think that one day all these Black women who have been socialized into patriarchy, who have been socialized into the desire to be seen and loved and cared for and chosen, do you think that we all spontaneously woke up one day and said, you know what, actually, all that shit, about marriage and shit and partnership, like, that's bullshit? No. You know what happened? Men can't provide, TD. They don't have it. They're broke. They don't have pensions. They don't have IRAs. They don't have degrees. They can't do it. They ain't got it. They don't want to get married. So the idea of pathologizing, of berating, of marginalizing women who are really just doing the best that they can to craft a life that has, a semblance of comfort and a semblance of joy is crazy to me. The idea that you are going to yell and scream at women for saying, I make myself so vulnerable to abuse and mistreatment and exploitation when I spend all of my time chasing after the desires of a man. I'm gonna put that energy elsewhere. Right? Like women are saying, because most of us, right, like when we come to the point of, okay, wait, like this nigga shit cannot be the center, okay? Most of that is after you've seen people be dragged, you hear about people be dragged, you've been dragged, abused, neglected, mistreated, you've been duped, exploited, lied to, betrayed. And then you're like, oh shit, let me, okay, obviously the church ladies are not saying, oh shit, I'm a cusser. But you have all of these things happen to you and you're like, oh, wait. I was not erecting the right boundaries. Okay. I was not looking for the right things. I was not having the right conversations with my potential partners. So let me now, from the outset, in order to get a different outcome, let me change some stuff up. That's generally what's happening. That's generally how we get here. And then the idea, oh my God, and then the idea of telling a congregation filled with Black women, you're becoming men, knowing the history of Black women's hinged almost, right? Like full, like open-hearted, complete pursuit of womanhood, of femininity, especially within the context of Christianity. Using the you are masculine, you are men shit, that threat, I could not hate that more. I couldn't find it to be more disgusting. Not too long ago, I was having a conversation with my mom, and she was like, do you have a church home? And I was like, no, girl. And she's like, well, you should at least consider tithing. Tithing? I'm gonna give what to who? Are you? Now, obviously, I didn't say this to my mother because I am, still, a Black daughter of a Southern Black mother. So obviously I didn't say this. But internally, I said, who is giving what? Where? You want me to give 10% of my money? My hard-earned, angry Black feminist misinterest money? You want to give me to... Oh, no! No fucking way! To support that? Oh, no. No. Absolutely not. Okay. Anyway, hey, Miss Foster. Thank you for all the transparency. Okay. Thank you. In 2022, right, Ashley. Consider why these are traits we associate with men and why can't the need to fill the companionship in love. It's the fear of needing to be more than just a house and a wallet. Right. Here's the thing, right? Like, the thing about it is, right, and I, keep saying this. I keep saying this because I just feel like it's just so true. This is such a missed opportunity for Black men in particular, okay? Because we get it. You don't have shit. Y'all don't have shit. Y'all are faking it. We know. Even the men with good jobs don't really be having shit. Let's be honest. Let's wake that up. And so, make yourself useful. Okay. I'm paying my bills. I pay the car note. I'm good. That's good. Great. Make yourself useful. Okay. And don't forget it's 10% gross and not net. Yeah. All right. I am done. This is the time the church could be helping their members, yet we see folks getting collection letters from the church. Okay. They don't know who they are outside of money. All right. That's all I have, you guys. Thank you for sticking it out, the ups and downs of this live stream. I do this pretty regularly behind the paywall. So if you want more of that on a more regular basis, sign up. I will leave this up for a minute. Always, if you have thoughts or tweets or videos or articles or whatever, DM me, hit me up on Instagram or Twitter. That's where I get so many of these stories from. And leave a comment down below. If you're watching this on the replay, thank you guys. I will see you next time. Bye. That was a bad wink.